Hi, everybody. Welcome. Today we have this special event. Aley from Heart and Soul Connected and myself. We love to get together to do these doubles. Today's 1010. So we're going to be talking about that and what Spirit has for us. And
Hmm.
just actually really checking in with everybody just
Yeah.
to see, are you guys feeling any like pressure in your head, aches and pains? Just let us know how you're doing and how your heart is
Uh-huh.
with all the stuff going on out and about.
Plus, we've had some X flares from the sun that have hit
Yeah,
us, and
yeah,
that always makes us a little unsettled. So,
yeah.
yeah. Hmm.
I know. I wish, like when I was growing up, we had this cool thing on the wall, and one was like, wasn't it like barometer?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, remember
Uh-huh.
those? Yeah,
Yes. Uh-huh. Yep.
I
You
wish
could
we,
tell what the pressure was,
yeah,
whether and
yeah,
a lot of times, a lot of people have been telling me their sinuses have been bothering them, and I'm thinking to myself, the barometric pressure is
yeah,
changing because the seasons are changing. So, yeah.
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 Yeah, and
Uh-huh.
it's like I wish we had those. Like,
I know.
because it's like one of my questions that I always ask when when I'm on other people's live streams is, like how do we handle the things that, like the unseen things, like,
Right. Right.
like the solar flares. It's like, I mean, they can be, somewhat predicted and whatnot, but it's like,
Mhm. Mhm.
sometimes you just walk into that wall of something, but you don't even
Right.
see it. You don't
You
know
don't
anything.
even know. Yeah. It isn't
And
it reminds me actually of Noah and knowing that the hurricane was coming and knowing pretty much what the trajectory was, what the timing was, and before we had it, what disastrous results would happen, and the idea that that could be taken away
mm,
for ill purpose, I think. But we have that honing system that's in us. It's just we have to trust it, I think. So,
yeah,
yeah,
I
yeah.
love that. Okay,
Hmm.
so you called it the homing.
Honing, yeah. We hone in
Okay,
on something. Yeah.
yep.
Yep. Hi,
Okay,
everybody.
yeah. Let's say hi.
Yeah.
Let's see. Oh, I see some new names. Thank you for coming out tonight,
Uh-huh.
everybody. I
Yeah.
see Sharon.
Uh-huh.
Sharon's loved one's not doing so good.
Sorry to hear
Jem,
that. Yeah.
yeah. Jem
Yeah.
says that their friend in Asheville made it through, and
Good.
and that's too like they're being moved to a drier building due to allergy to mold, is what the
Yeah.
comment is. I know we're doing this simultaneous, so you don't see all of the
Yeah.
comments. We'll try to. Allie and I are
Yeah.
pretty good though of letting
Yeah.
everybody know.
Yeah. We are. Yeah.
Yeah, but
I've had flooding where I've had black mold, even in my house recently, that they had to come in and clean it up. I mean, it can really seriously screw up with your body if you don't have it
yeah,
taken care of. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
So,
I
mhm.
follow. I know some people think like the medical medium. I really enjoy what the medical medium says. I
Mhm.
know that there has been some things out there that where some people don't enjoy him. But I love his books and I love like his take on things. And
Yes.
I took a couple of classes with one of his one of his, I guess, people. Her name is
Okay.
Manisa, and
Uh-huh.
Manisa had mold, and so she has. If you guys, I'll put her name in. If anybody does have any questions about mold, she had it in her house.
Okay.
Um,
Yeah, I can,
it's
Susan. You're right.
Yeah, and
Mhm.
this is
Yeah.
so if you just search this name and mold, hopefully it will come up some
Yeah. Are
information.
you talking about Anthony Williams stuff? Is that what you're talking about? That
Yes.
does yeah, I love
Yeah.
him. He's
Yeah.
really something else. Yeah.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
saw him live and when he came to California and I lived
Oh,
there.
awesome.
Yeah,
Mhm. Yeah.
it was
Uh-huh.
just really, really cool. And then working with Maniza, she has a really great intuition and
Uh-huh.
so yeah, she's helped me and my kiddos.
Oh, that's awesome.
But
Yeah.
for one of the classes, she was talking about essential oils, just to help with the air.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fabulous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, welcome everybody. Let's see, who else did we see? We got off on a tangent.
It's okay.
ADD. Paisley is here and Amanda Carroll. Hello.
Uh-huh. Hi.
Chick from Ohio. Hello. We have Enchanting Lunal Guidance.
Uh-huh.
Rosalind.
Jonathan Daly's here and Donna O'Brien.
Yep.
Yeah.
And
Ziggy.
Judy. Hello.
Hmm. Lisa Yeager. Susan Funes. Um, yeah. Yeah,
Welcome.
Amanda, I agree. The stories of people helping each other is amazing.
Mhm.
It's so, this is what I think Linda G and a few others, probably Debbie, other ones have said that what will bring us together is this. That's the only thing that's seeming to work. And people are reaching out and helping each other. Whereas, we have been so divided for so long, people weren't helping you.
Yeah.
You were sort of distanced apart. So,
Hmm.
yeah.
Yeah. Um,
CJ,
yeah. So
Kaylee.
Amanda's asking what oils for mold, and I would say it if I remembered it. I
I
don't.
know.
I don't
Yeah. I
remember.
don't either. I don't know. Yeah.
Hmm.
Hmm. Oh, Kaylee, you got some photos of the auroras tonight. That's right. She's in Canada. That must be beautiful. That's wonderful. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so I guess here in Idaho, I'm not northern Idaho.
Right.
I bet
Right.
that's pretty cool, but you take pictures of the night sky and the different
Mhm.
colors will appear. It's so
Yeah.
strange that I can't see it with my eyes, but I can
It's
see it on.
very interesting because in July we had this, and my daughter was out at 2 a.m. here in Bellevue, and
Mhm.
she got the most beautiful pictures. And she had gone up to Alaska for her birthday, and the aurora up there wasn't as good as it was here.
Isn't
So
that
yeah, and we
fantastic?
get those because of the solar storms.
Yeah.
So it has beauty with it. So
Oh, it is so out of this world. Seeing
definitely.
this seeing the colors dance in the sky. It's
Yeah. Oh, I'd
it's
love to see them, Kaylee. Send them along. I think JJ would too.
yeah.
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 Hi,
Cool.
Diane, Karen. Yeah. Hmm.
Right. The camera shows things we don't see otherwise. Yeah. I've been actually practicing that where I take pictures like um I love taking pictures of like a candle, like the candle flame, to see what
Yes.
kind of um
Hmm.
story that the flame is telling. And then I love taking pictures of the sun and seeing
Hmm.
like what kind of geometric things pop up, for refractions and whatnot. I think they're
Oh,
just
yeah.
so
Yeah. Gosh,
beautiful.
that's lovely. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's when a lot of people catch a lot of orbs as well,
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
around that. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Medium Kim's here. It's good to see you,
Hello.
Kim. Yeah. Um, so I just want to, I pulled a number card, which is the 1010 card.
Mm.
And it says, the angel whisper 1010 means growth. And gosh, we've had a lot of that. Spiritual awareness is opening you to all you're ready to see. And isn't that funny? We're just saying you camera catches things you can't see. So there you
Yeah.
go. Your destiny is being fulfilled. Keep your intentions pure with your eyes looking ahead, and you'll continue to increase the growth that is here. So, yeah, always be willing to accept growth and new learning until the time comes when you're no longer here. I mean, it is a lifelong pursuit. So,
Yeah. That's why
yeah,
I chose this background picture because it had the
I
seeds.
like
And
it.
I
Yeah.
did look up 1010 and it was for, growth. And I,
Hmm.
the timing is really interesting because we talk about these double numbers being portals and like the storms that just came through the US.
Yes. Hmm.
There's going to be so much growth happening
Yeah, there
there.
is. Yep.
Um,
Yep.
where there once was a big tree, the little things will be sprouting once the land is cleared. And
Hmm.
I think it's one of those things where it's like, it's sad that the tree fell down and um, but hopefully hopefully when there's an ending, there's a beginning. And
Yeah. Yeah.
that's kind of what Allie and I wanted to talk about too is um, Allie's really been focusing on the vibration of joy And so we were talking about this in the back, and it's kind of like a firefly sending out a,
Yeah,
sending out a message and trying, like, what do you want to attract?
correct.
So,
Correct.
so
Yeah.
can you just talk us through that? And
Sure.
can we just do it right now where we,
We can. We
yeah.
can. So I have these beautiful cards, which are manifestation cards. And since we're in a portal, we can do anything we want. And so, with all the chaos, with all the other things that are around us, the idea of focusing at least on something that brings you joy, whether it just be you get to sleep an extra hour, excuse me, or you get a nice hot cup of coffee in the morning that brings you joy, or maybe you sit and pet your animal in your lap, which mine did to snuggle with me today, and it was wonderful.
Yeah.
So I pulled this card today from the manifestation deck that says proclaim it to create it. And it says to speed up any manifestation, think, talk, and write about your desire only in the present tense. And I mentioned the idea that fear is living in the past, anxiety is living for the future. And right now is all we have. And even though we're in the midst of chaos, we can make those changes, the small changes, to have us focus more on the positivity of life. It says, I have all the money I need. There is no past or future for the law of attraction. If you proclaim it, it exists now. The universe must get busy very quickly. And so never say, oh, yeah, I want to do this later, because later never comes. So you
Yeah.
want to say, I am doing it now.
Hmm.
And I would say you could begin with the idea of living in joy, finding gratitude. And of course, we're coming up on November, of course, we got a ways to go, but that's the big gratitude month with Thanksgiving. And of course, our Canadian friends are celebrating their Thanksgiving this weekend. So,
Yay.
we can also do that with them. So, yeah.
Yeah, I love that.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for bringing that in today.
Sure.
And I also love the idea because of the way my brain works. Thinking about the firefly, um,
Mm-hmm.
and because I will, like, okay, it's like jumpstart joy. Maybe my joy battery is a little
Yeah.
dead.
It's like a mini tramp, right? Remember when we were kids and we would go on the mini tramp and then bounce off? Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's just like,
Uh-huh.
or it's you're trying to like get a swing going, but you have these little
Yeah.
legs. You've got little legs, and you're trying to get the swing going. So I really
Pump
love.
away, pump away. Yeah,
So it's like
absolutely.
I really love the idea of the firefly because it's like blink 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 blink.
Uh-huh.
It's not always lit up, and it also, it
Right.
takes breaks as well. So um
Yeah.
I love those cute nature ideas. But
Yes, I agree. I agree. Yeah.
yeah, and we were also talking about Tuta, I think, in a little bit wants to talk about um, like a collective grief because there's
Uh-huh.
like different layers to the storms or even what was happening before the storms of maybe somebody, maybe yourself is going through something, or
Mhm.
your friends or loved ones, maybe they were further away and you couldn't, be right there to help them like you wanted to. And or
Mhm.
maybe you didn't know anyone personally, but being like this group of compassionate and kind
Right.
people here, you have that empathic feeling, this intuition, and that really hits your heart
Yeah,
when you're watching the news.
sure
And
does. Yeah. Yeah, it does.
especially when the storm, is a little bit more than they thought, like, in Asheville and whatnot. It's like
That
it's
was,
really crazy.
they didn't even have time really to prepare for
No,
that one because they didn't
no,
expect such a thing. Yeah.
yeah.
Mhm.
Um,
Yeah.
Amanda Carroll says the first and only time I saw fireflies was in Italy. Ooh, that's
Mm.
fun.
Did you catch them in a jar? Because that's always what I wanted to do is,
Yeah,
I wouldn't leave them in there forever, but just because it would light it up and it would be so cool.
yeah.
So,
we
oh,
did that as
JJ's volume's low. Oh, it is a little bit low. So,
okay.
yeah,
All right.
yep.
Testing, testing,
There you
testing.
go.
Is that better?
That's real loud now. So it,
What? I overdid it? That's so not like me.
I know. No, you're okay now. You're okay. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
good.
Maybe it was her evening voice,
This
calming,
is my
soothing, and
evening.
ready for bed. Yeah. Okay.
Oh, goodness.
Good. Yeah.
That's funny.
Uh-huh.
All right. Okay, so 1010 means growth. Did you get any more hits on 1010?
Um, of course, if you reduce 1010 to a 2, you've got, you've got some duality, you've got unity, you've got and I think we're trying to get ourselves out of this duality, and we're trying to bring ourselves into more unity. And the problem is that people are kicking and screaming because they're thinking of the idea that we're on opposite ends of the spectrum, and not that we could unite together. And so I think people do come together really well when there's a crisis.
Yeah.
We saw that certainly, for instance, on 9/11. I mean,
Yeah.
there was nobody that wasn't trying to do something to help everybody.
Yeah.
And it's just really sad that it takes that for us to do that. But I don't know. It's like a reminder.
It is, and
Yeah.
sometimes you don't see other people that might need a helping hand because
Right.
it's where there's so many things to be distracted by
Very
in our
much so.
lives.
You're
Uh,
right. Yeah. Yep.
so yeah,
I
sometimes it takes
Yeah.
a storm.
I'm reminded of an exercise I give my writing students, their first year writing students, and I want them to start noticing things. And so I have them do an observation essay, and I tell them, I want you to either go outside or go into and look at something and spend 10 minutes or 15 minutes looking and tell me all about it. And the things that I get, like one guy said, I walked down the end of my street and they had a soccer net there. And I said, when did that come up? And they said 5 years ago, something
Mhm.
like that. So especially when we're driving, we don't notice things because we're going too fast to see
Mhm.
everything that's there.
Yeah.
So it is important to slow down enough to
Mhm.
enjoy, especially what nature has to offer.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So if anybody else out there has
Yeah.
uh, any questions that you can go ahead and put it in capitals because that's easier for us to see. We've got
Mhm.
4 eyes. We
Yeah.
have 4 eyes. So if you could make that
For bookends, yes. Yeah. Uh-huh.
you can do it if around change or around growth, or just ask whatever it's in your heart.
Mhm.
Also, if anybody wants to put themselves in like a sort of prayer circle for the end, we can
Mhm.
go ahead and do
We can do
that
that too. Sure.
yourself. Yeah.
Jonathan has a little bit of he posted something about the angel number 1010. Yeah. Right above. Yeah.
Well,
Mhm.
Ness, we'll do you in a second here.
Yeah.
Okay. Angel number 1010. Hi, Jonathan. Urges you to pay attention to your intuition, thoughts, and impressions, as these are revealing the answers to your prayers and are providing guidance. Nice.
Mm, that's beautiful. Yeah. Yeah. We do test, when we're growing up or when we're younger, we kind of put intuition and some of the other things on hold because we got to, live our life, get a job, do the things we have to do. But
Yeah.
we always are really, really tied into it. It's just that we block it in some way, or we don't trust it enough, I think. I don't think people trust their own judgment about certain things and really um, turn it over to other people. And I,
Yeah.
I
I
would
mean,
love to see more empowerment.
that's
Yeah.
how we were programmed.
I know. I know
Yeah.
we were. Yeah, you're absolutely
Yeah.
right.
hmm
10 is
there's
completion.
always
Yeah.
somebody that we go to.
Yep, that's true.
Yeah.
So Paisley says it adds up to a 10 universal date with the year as well. Go even deeper to endings. So new beginnings, 10 reduces to a 1. Absolutely. There you go. Yeah, beautiful.
Okay, I'm gonna star some of these beautiful, beautiful people, beautiful
Yeah,
questions.
very nice. Thank you.
And Maureen says, "Hi, y'all. I'm back."
Hi, Maureen.
Okay.
Yeah.
First question is, I would love a reading for the next 4 weeks. Kindness.
Okay.
Oh, I feel the joy when I'm thinking about Ness.
Oh,
The joy,
good.
yeah, right in
That's
my
good.
heart.
Yeah. Wow. Okay. I have some interesting cards for you, Ness. The first one I get is interruption. And I'm sensing that you're going to be awakened from a bit of a slumber. But at the same time, it could be some activity and you're just resting. And so you've taken that interruption and it looks like this guy is grounding to the earth. There's nothing wrong with that. But there is no lack. So never feel as though there is lack, because once we feel there's lack, then we bring more lack. So make sure you know that you're always you're protected, you're guided, and everything that you want or need is available to you, because there's more than enough for everyone. And the last one I get is take time for the renewal. The renewal, dipping your hat in the water, so to speak, and excuse me, and renewing your resolve, renewing what it is that you're wanting to do as you move into the later fall. So, cool.
That's great. Those are really good cards.
Mm-hmm.
um,
Mm-hmm.
let me see here, Ness. Ako yano tiat ma pako pano no ye tama shiwa. They're talking about this net, like a fisherman's net, but yours is made out of like golden stars. And
Ooh.
it reminds me of the firefly in a way. It's very it's light, it's easy to cast, and
Mm-hmm.
it's almost like the net isn't when I see it, the net isn't, the purpose isn't to really catch anything in the net. The net is to like cast it out, um,
Mm.
almost as whatever touches it, even if it's just the wind. It's as if uh, the star net infuses with what's going on, and
Beautiful.
they're showing me like, I think it means direction. It's pointing, like I see an arrow and it's pointing to the left isn't important, they say.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but if something is going on with a question of direction, I see it that just as like light as this net was, the arrow is very solid and very heavy, um, as if as if it's like a giant like metal arrow, that arrowhead. Like if I tried to like
Ah,
move it, it would be really hard to push it um and to move it. So um they're saying, what if um when things like that come up, how about you cast your net? Um, because I see like the net, and it's like whatever pattern it's made out of, squares or however it is you see it, or
mm-hmm.
sense it, if it casts over that heavy metal, that heavy thing, maybe it can slice through it to lighten it up some, almost as if it could also dissolve something. So if there's like a
Mm.
direction that you're really not keen on going towards, um, I think they're just saying that there's more than one way to go about it.
Wow.
Yeah.
When you're explaining it to me, I saw like a spear fisherman. You know how they have the spear and then they have the net that grabs it. But I love the idea of it being the stars. Oh my God, that's
Yeah,
fabulous.
it's really pretty.
Uh-huh.
Um, that is the perfect thing to say. Did you mean for that to be punny? I love it.
Mm,
Good answer.
mhm,
You're welcome, Ness. Thanks for bringing the joy.
mhm,
Okay, let me see. Who do we have?
mhm. Hi, Diana.
I want to know, when will
Oh,
I be moving? They're showing me oh my gosh, Richard Simmons. Do you remember Richard Simmons?
yes, yes, of course. Yeah.
That's the moving.
Sweating
That's
to
the
the
moving I
oldies.
see.
Yeah, he just passed away recently.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. Oh
Now
my.
he had joy of like watching his
He did.
videos. I
Yeah.
mean, that's joy.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow.
That, I just have him exercising in my head now. Okay. Hmm.
Oh, that's funny. Well, Maureen, I got to think about this for a minute. Um, I get the number 2. I don't know if that means 2 months or 2 years. Um, hmm. Are you waiting for an opening somewhere to jump into, or to that's kind of what I yeah. You love Richard Simmons. That's
Right?
great. Yeah. Uh-huh. Oh. Oh, really, Jonathan? You heard he was buried in his signature shorts and tank top. That doesn't
Mhm.
surprise me. With his little afro hair. Yeah.
Mm.
Wow. Mhm.
Yeah, Maureen says, yep, I'm waiting. Okay.
Okay. Hmm.
I'm thinking the net is for you too, but yours is for the gathering of things. I see like your net going out um, and seeing what it can collect.
Mhm.
And instead of making, because I was like, I didn't see things falling through the holes,
Mhm.
Um, so just thinking about if you had this net for collecting, if it's information about a move or anything about the move, um, thinking about how the net is made, like the openings in the net, because obviously you don't want to just cast something out there with the little holes. So it's like whatever you catch in your net, it's going to be like a
Mhm.
lot of useless things for what you're
Oh.
looking for. Um, so really working with, like for instance, if you're looking at a certain area, maybe widen that area a little bit more. Something about not making the search maybe so small, but making it um,
Broader.
yeah, a
Yeah.
little bit
Casting your
broader.
net for a wider
Yeah.
reach. Yeah. Mm. I have to tell you that on our dream shows on Tuesday night, we're getting a lot of people having dreams that are also messages for the community. And so the fact that the net works in not only Nessa's reading, but in Maureen's reading,
Hmm.
to me, it's like a carryover here. So all of us in what we're manifesting and what we are working on, we're aligning with other people that we don't even realize or we don't even know. But because we're part of the community, it's more cohesive. I'm just
Yeah.
seeing it a lot. So yeah.
Yeah, and the way like I describe whether it's like a more broad search or a smaller search, it's like that's your intuition, because
Right.
I'm not sure what that, represents, but however it
Mhm.
is that you're searching, maybe try altering it one way or the other. I mean,
There you go.
you want to move, Maureen?
I think she does. I think, yeah, I think she does. But because she says she's waiting, so you're on a waiting list for senior apartment. Okay, yeah. My parents had that, and they were, yeah,
Okay, well, let's try
yep,
this. Let's try the radiating joy thing for
yeah.
Maureen. Okay.
Okay, yeah.
Pretend we're all part of the net.
There you go. We're all stars, so
Yeah, we're
there
all
you
the
go.
star nets.
Yep.
Maureen would really, really like this apartment, the senior apartment that they're waiting for. Putting our net out.
And I just want to say, most beneficial outcome for all involved. Mm.
Yeah, like spirits moving somebody right now. Like they're like,
Right.
wait,
I mean,
what? I
it's
just
like
got in here.
most of the time, honestly, somebody's got to die usually to get into
Oh,
those places. So yeah, I
yeah,
don't want like someone to just croak for because
yeah.
we sent all that energy in. But yeah.
That's terrible. Why am I laughing? Okay.
Well, it's something that should really be talked about more, which is
Yes.
death is
Hmm.
not something to fear, but we also don't want to create it for people either. So
Okay,
most benefit,
my
yeah.
scenario is they
Uh-huh.
moved out of state.
There you go.
They
Okay.
moved out of
They went to
state.
move in with their daughter and son-in-law. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah,
Good.
Maureen's like, no. Oh
Yeah.
goodness.
Yeah. You don't want that on your you don't want that bad juju, I know.
No. Only good juju here.
That's correct.
But it
That's
would be
correct.
nice to get a call.
Yep. Yep.
Okay.
Oh,
I
there you go,
my
Paisley.
mom lives in a community that's 55 and older.
Uh-huh.
Um, and that community is just the best. You can go hang out
Oh,
and
sure. Yeah.
ah,
Yeah. People are
great.
cool. Yeah.
Yeah,
Uh,
really cool.
Paisley's right. It is the 1010 Scorpio portal. That's perfect. Yeah. Mhm. Mhm.
Oh, okay. Coming
Yep.
through. I'm just
You're
gonna go to
right, Jonathan.
I'm gonna
It's
go to this.
inevitable for stars as well as people.
Hmm. All right, here we go.
Mm. All right.
Been going through some things. Oh, okay.
Mhm. Oh, that's nice, Maureen. I think it will happen, hon.
When my mom found her place, it was, it was financially out of reach. But when we went there, my mom and I were crying. It was such a lovely place, and it felt like home, which
Uh-huh.
was really important. And
Sure. Sure. Yeah.
yeah, and but we made it work, because it was available. So
Sure.
yeah, the
Sure.
people, that's what makes it.
Yep. All right. So I got a master number 22 for you, and it says severance. So I think you're going to be fine. You might have to separate from this. In other words, you might have to either forgive, release, let go, but they want you to sever the worry or sever the issue as much as you can do something like that. And it asks for renewal. You got the renewal card. It comes up again. And it's asking that you request this, um, I guess, this severance or these things to go away or stop being so hard on you or whatever. Call in your archangels, call in your guides, call in your ancestors, ask them to help you. And look at this. It's a huge elephant. It's like, what is the elephant in the room? You know, it's something you need to lighten your load. You need to lighten this load for yourself, Donna.
Hmm.
Oh, that's true, Paisley. The Beeb is going through some things. Yes. Justin
Man,
Bieber. Yeah. Yeah.
that story unwinding. Whew.
I know. I know.
I am like
Yeah. Cord cutting.
I am on all that information because yeah,
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah. I
on it.
get it. No, I get it.
Um okay.
Cord cutting is good.
So Donna, I was just scanning through here. She was wondering about cord cutting,
Yeah. I
Allie.
think, I think cutting cords, you know, go through your sort of a ritual, and it doesn't have to look any specific way. It's
Mm.
just that you're asking, you're either forgiving, you're moving on, you're releasing it, and you can cut the cords. You can cut the cords on things just as much as you can on people that no longer are good for you. So yeah.
They had me draw your physical outline, and they went to the midsection to the pelvic floor. Um, and I know that I
Mm.
have issues with digestion, so I'm not sure if this is a digestion thing. That's kind of where I'm going.
Hmm.
Um, but then when Allie was talking about and you asked about cutting of the cords, I've never seen it described this way. Visually they were showing me that you shimmy out of it, like um say
Oh.
if there's like for digestion things can kind of be twisted, you know. um
Hmm.
yeah,
Hmm.
right. And
Hmm.
so
Yeah.
thinking about it becoming untwisted, and like whatever this is kind of like shimmying out of it,
Hmm.
in a way, which is it's almost like kicking off a pair of underwear.
Yeah, I was, or pantyhose. Oh my God.
Yes. Oh my god, pantyhose,
Yes,
totally.
yes. Uh-huh.
Mhm.
Wow.
Yeah, so definitely put yourself, Donna, in the prayer at the end where we all get to put our nets out there.
Mhm.
Maybe some nets for healing. I have a feeling we have different nets. Like we don't just have one. We
Yes,
have a whole closet full of them.
we do. We
Yeah.
do. Oh, yes, Rossi, that's a great idea. The, Ho'oponopono prayer is
Mm,
always, good for something like that as well. Mhm.
yeah. So Tea Garden Chicken says joy and love to all. Did you know we were talking about joy?
Tea Garden Chicken knows I talk about it all the time, I think.
Yeah.
Thank you, Tea Garden Chicken. Yeah.
Yeah. So Donna, I hope you feel better with whatever that is going on.
Yeah, me
Yeah.
too.
Let's see, we've got our friend Jonathan here.
Oh, where is the ch I suggest you change your underwear, Jonathan. Oh, the dog liked it too.
Yeah, the
Okay.
dog liked
Yeah,
that.
yeah. Sorry, John. Of course, I know you have a serious question,
I
so.
love how like I love how light and joyful some of these visions are of like
Uh-huh.
yeah.
Yeah. You brought it up and they brought it to you. Tuda says, "Oh, you want some joy? I'll give you
Yeah.
some good images." Yeah, there you
Yeah.
go. Every day. Oh, good, Jonathan. I'm glad.
Mhm. 'Cause it's like instead of like Richard Simmons, it's like I see change, like how you have changed, like so I see like your hands out, Jonathan, and it's like you have the coins that are like in your hand, like the
Yeah,
coin, the
right.
change.
Mhm.
Um, Ta no te toma ba ti tono mama koshte ta. Yena tona koshte ta no pa ko yewa. But when the hands are full, ku no ta koshte ta na 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 yewa. Yana taka na toshte ta yewa na ta. Yena ta na koshte ta. Like having all this change in your hands. Ya tioma
Wow.
titioma koshema tiawa. Aye tiano shewa shewa. Tietitano shtita. They're like, what if you put your hands a little bit closer together so we can collect more and it can be like a
Uh-huh.
mountain of change, like a
Yeah,
volcano shape.
right, right.
Yeah. Totano
Wow.
tito poshawa. And it's like, I think this might be a message that you help others with is that the what is it? Slewing off of things. that the
Sluicing off. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah,
Hmm.
because
Hmm.
not, the coins can, when they come together, they can get a little bit higher.
Right.
Um, but there's also the ones that, don't quite catch and they fall off to the side. Um,
Right. Yeah, they do. They do.
yeah, and
I
that's
also,
okay.
yeah,
Yeah.
it is okay.
Hmm.
I also love using words and how we just pick up something and say old sayings or whatever. And I'm thinking, of course, change is money, and money is an energy, and energy exchanging. And I'm feeling though that I got an arrow, so you're moving in the right direction and you're grounded, and it says you need to cut out something. Something needs to be separated. You need, and look what it says. Wanting change. So you're right on the right track.
Yeah.
Honestly. Yeah. Yeah. Wow.
And they're showing me like two things, like wanting change, like, being like outside, with a cup, like, can you spare a dime?
Buddy, can you spare a dime? Yep.
Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah.
But they're also showing me when you were talking about the exchange, like if anybody has ever exchanged money before, like at the bank, or,
Mhm.
you went somewhere different and it's a different currency. I did see you at the window, and it almost seemed like a heavenly, angelic kind of exchange,
Oh, yes.
which gives me like the goosebumps.
Yeah.
So, um, let's just think about you standing there at the exchange of like the angel currency.
Mhm.
Um,
Mhm.
how would that make you feel?
Mhm. Mm.
I kind of love the idea of exchanging money, like what you have
Yeah.
right now, for some angel currency. I love that
Right.
idea.
Yep. Yep. It's
Yeah.
angelic Bitcoin.
Here we are, Allie, just
Yep. Just on
changing
a
the
roll.
world.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. You could tell it's late.
Okay.
Mhm.
What you need to do is invest in some angel Bitcoin. Yeah. Where
Jonathan, yeah,
it's like miracles, manifesting miracles.
absolutely. But I
You
want to
get
say, Jonathan, if you're feeling overburdened, then you need to lighten your load.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And
Mm.
Yeah, I understand. It was like last week I was fine. I had time to do some things I needed to do. This week I've been very, very busy, and
Mm.
I'm noticing that I need to not be so busy because I can't do those things if I'm busy all the time. So I get
Mm.
you totally.
Yeah, it reminds me of being overburdened, Jonathan, and
Hmm.
squirrels right now. Man, those
Hmm.
squirrels go by on the fence. They have so many acorns in their cheeks, like back
Yes,
and
they
forth, back and
do.
forth, back and forth, back and forth.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Oh, that's funny.
All
That's
right.
funny,
So
Greg. Thank you. All right. I
I
have
have
a
a new
new.
job. Yeah,
Yeah.
where I am of joyful service. Affirmation. What does this job look like? Hmm.
That, my dear, is your creation. I've had people when I was looking for a partner, people would say, "Well, what kind of a person do you want?" And I'd be like, "I don't know."
Mhm.
It's like there's so many different things. You don't so try to tick off what it is that would make you the most happy. Do you want to bring your dog with you to work? Do you want to, those kind of things. All those things might matter to you, where they wouldn't matter to somebody else. Mhm. Oh,
So
your
Amanda,
angels.
yeah, was this your question? This was your question, right, Amanda? Because I could take this. Oh, yes, dog. Okay, so you're looking for a job where you're of joyful service. Wow, that's a
Correct.
great.
Mhm. And bring your dog. Oh, now mine's gonna bark. Ready? Did you like that too? Yeah?
Yeah.
That's
Did
yes, that's JJ's dog. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's okay. It's okay. That's your cousin, right? She she likes the word cousin and starts barking. Yeah.
Oh, I
So
heard that. Oh.
oh, yeah. Wow.
Um, I'm just letting my family know. If they didn't
Okay.
notice there was a dog barking.
Right. Oh, no, they're engrossed in something else. Yeah.
Hmm.
So, yeah, Amanda, I'm gonna recommend just get some if you don't have a journal, then get just a little notebook, they're 80 cents at Walmart or whatever, and start writing down things that you want to affirm and also what you want it to look like. Oh, okay. Take care, Jonathan.
Oh,
Yes, I know, Karen. I'm just
nice.
tired. I haven't been sleeping well. So it isn't really that late.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Amanda Carroll. Amanda, I is there like any healing in the matter of this? I'm getting that there's like a wound with work. Um,
Mhm.
is that
Probably.
is that something?
Probably. Yeah.
Yeah.
Amanda, I don't want to speak for you, but I know she's had some difficulty because,
Okay.
things will come up and she'll try this and try that. So yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Um, yeah. So speaking of the wound, uh, oh, got a lot of emotion with this.
Mhm.
It's like the things that we feel are because I see like the if I'm thinking about the surface of the skin looks okay, but underneath there's like this volume of a wound.
Mm.
Um there's like this volume of a wound that let me see what would we like to do? Tano tia 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 no mo ko shawa Yano tako eania wa shimatiawa. And they're talking about the net and how fishermen know how to, um, take something like a net that was um, weathered or broken.
Mhm.
And they have a way of taking the bits and pieces and making something um, that's strong and works because the
Mhm.
old net, needs to be retired. Um,
Right. You can only mend it so many times before you have to
yeah,
replace it. Yeah.
yeah.
Yep. Yep.
So there are some wounds of doubt, and yes, job's not working out. Okay,
Mhm.
okay. Um, just showing me the wound. Ano tiako, yano tiama kushta tawi.
Mm.
Gosh, Matiawa. Okay, so they're bringing in joyful young things again, like when we were, maybe even somebody has one now, but it was one of those coin purses that's kind of made out of plastic and you squeeze it, and it
Uh-huh.
opens up like a mouth and it's got the change in it. Um, it's almost, I think they're trying to show me like this isn't like a super heavy task. It's like you just go like this to like open up to see what's inside of the wound. Oh, that's weird. They
Mm.
almost had me say womb. Um,
Mhm. Yeah. I'm
wow.
getting like she needs a salve on the wound, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hmm. She says not work, KNOT work. See how words can be, moved around.
Yeah.
We know the word not NOT, and
Yeah.
we know the word not KNOT are pronounced the same, but they mean different things. So,
Mm. Not work. Yeah. Hmm. They're showing me again with like the coin purse of how it like opens like a mouth. And
mhm.
as far as like the medicine or like the salve, yeah, it's like it's almost like feeding. Uh, it's like that saying of like if you have a fever, it's kind of like if you have a cold. There's something about you either eat or
Starve a
you don't.
cold, feed a no, starve a fever, feed a cold. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I
Yeah.
like what she wrote though. She says, if you look at that purse, you may not know how to open it, but it
Yeah.
really is simple. So
So
it's like
simple.
something that's there and you really have access to it simply, but you overthink it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, what is this thing? I'm
Right.
sure as a children, we were just like,
Right.
what is this thing? Like
Yeah.
at the
Yeah.
pharmacy, because that's where
That's
we used
really
to
weird.
shop.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is at the
Uh-huh.
apothecary
That's right. That's right. Yeah.
when we
Uh-huh.
took our horse and buggies. Yeah.
Yep.
Like, "Oh, what is this thing?" And you squeeze it. But it's almost
Food
like
again.
feeding
Mhm.
it. And I do feel like, well, they had me almost say the word womb. I wonder if this is like because of all the playful things they're bringing up, um, maybe just doing some just really silly like kid stuff. Um,
Mhm.
like they're showing me like how the clown or magician or whatever would be taking things out, and they're
Yep.
like, just
Yep.
wouldn't it be even funnier if they were putting it in? You know,
Yeah.
it's just like
Yes.
thinking about things just in a really fun, playful way because life can get so
Oh, yeah.
adult.
Yeah.
And just
Mhm.
bring in some of that kid energy
Right.
to help feed. It's almost like if we feed that that wound, um, it'll be playful because you want it to be of a joyful service. There's nothing more
Right.
joyful than
So you're
taking.
filling a need because the wound is there and you're
Yeah,
filling it and then you'll feel whole. So,
yeah,
yeah,
yeah, totally.
yeah. Oh, me too, Amanda. You know that. Play is so much more fun. Yeah.
Oh, yes. Welcome, Liz. You're on with the comedy show. Allie and I are a little whoop, whoop, whoop.
We decided to come out as tarot cards. We're the magician tonight. Oh, fun. I like the question. Yeah.
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 I
Mhm.
bet you sent it to me too. But they want me to, I'm not going to look at it yet. This is about that picture. I'm not sure if
Yeah.
you're still here, Kaylee, but um, let me see. It's so cool. They are bringing in the word joy, um, like how we were talking about it before. Um, wow, this has a lot of emotion behind it too. When we look
Mm,
at the aurora borealis, and it has that wonderment of the childlike stuff. It's almost like the atmosphere and the earth are playing and opening up
mm,
their coin purses or uh,
mhm.
you know, enjoying the playfulness.
Yeah.
Um, it's just so easy to be mesmerized by
Oh, they're
mes
beautiful
yeah,
pictures.
just
Beautiful.
mesmerized.
Yeah. Oh,
It would be really interesting to scry an aurora borealis.
oh,
It would be
yeah.
difficult for me because I'd be watching it and be like so in love with it.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. She's got some
yeah,
good pictures here with you can see the stars. It's like the net.
the
That's what's so
net.
interesting. Yes, it's the star net. Yeah. Once again.
You're
Yeah.
folding your laundry. That's awesome. I love
Yeah.
doing stuff while I'm listening, and
I know. I know. Me
it's like
too.
you're visiting with a friend while you're folding your laundry.
Uh-huh. Yep.
Yeah.
Mm.
Oh, these are very similar to the ones I took.
And look at this, you could see the stars, and
Yeah.
that's
Okay,
amazing,
so
and the
this is
colors. Yeah, the colors are gorgeous.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's Pogo Pogo.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is so thank you because I
Yeah.
wasn't sure if I actually was taking a picture of if it was
Now you
just
can't
light.
really see it while you're taking the picture as much
Yeah.
as you can when the picture comes out.
Yeah.
Oh, you took that one?
Yeah,
Did
these
you?
are my
Yeah?
trees and
Oh, wow.
but I got
Okay.
like that pink and I got the stars too and I'm usually pretty
Yeah.
my phone and I we never but yeah, because
Wow.
it's just like very light
Uh-huh.
colors and die.
Beautiful.
And my
Beautiful.
battery is low, everybody.
Yeah.
My batteries, I need a jump start.
That's kind of how I feel tonight too, JJ. My battery's low. Oh, oh, I think these are gorgeous. Thank you so much. Wow. No, I can't hear you. No. What's going on? Look up at the top where I've done that before, where I've
Yeah,
it's
no,
X.
I
Okay.
have like this fancy microphone and
Oh,
it
okay.
unplugged. It's so fancy it unplugged itself.
Okay.
Yeah.
It has
I,
its
I
own
paid it. I
it
paid
has its
extra.
own intelligence. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
Oh. Yeah. Okay. We should probably get back to it. Let's see. Okay, I just saw it. It was 5550. So
Yeah.
Ziggy will be our last one.
Okay.
And then we'll do a little net. We'll have a net party.
Okay.
How does November look for me? Okay, Ziggy.
Mhm.
And the net, they're bringing in the net again. I
Wow.
see you like you're huge, like almost as if what are those little boxes that we did in school where it was like a box and then we'd put like all the stuff in the box to like explain something. It's a
Oh, a
diorama.
diorama? A
Yeah,
diorama.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Uh-huh.
It's as if like life is a diorama right here,
Mhm.
and
Mhm.
you're like looking over it in like this big way, and it's like you have the net over, like you've got everything, like
Yeah.
um
Yep.
and it's exciting. It's exciting to have that outlook, the outlook on life.
Yeah.
Manu tiu tianamo atu takoshte wa like walking kuti namashte tai nano ta ya takoshte ta nui ka oshte ta yewa ye ti 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 ti. They're like if you're walking and it's like you feel like there's some pressure going that way. Try walking backwards. Ku anu titono shawa shawa shawa. Yanutino no kushtita, don't fall in a pothole. Ku atuto no shtita, mano nano kushtita yewa, yatui nashtita, mako yewa. It's kind of like this tug and pull game.
Ah, yes. Mhm.
Like when I'm doing that with my dog, and I know they're not going to let go. So I like get the toy closer to their mouth instead of pulling it to see if they'll release it. It's like a tug and pull. If something's not
Mhm.
working one way,
Try the
um,
other way.
yeah,
Yeah.
try the opposite.
Well, and there's also sometimes we take 2 steps forward, but we have to take 1 step back,
Yeah.
and so I'm seeing that. What I get here is you're at the outset of your journey, and they're recommending that you remain brave, and it's an alligator, it's not a dragon, but you can see the similarity. You're gonna be able to slay whatever it is. They want you to be brave during this time, and eventually you will have an ally and you'll be just walking down the road happy as a lark. So yeah, I can see that you have to be brave when you have to step back for a bit before you can move forward, but it's all going to work itself out, and as you move along. So
Yeah.
mhm. Oh,
Okay, so speaking of when Tutah's coming back, we're gonna do Tutah right now.
oh
Everybody, we're
yeah.
gonna
Mhm.
gather up.
Yeah.
Put yourself in the prayer.
Mhm.
We were talking earlier. If anybody missed it, we're talking about our nets. Somebody had a net. Ness had this beautiful net that was made out of starlight, stars, and like this golden loving energy. And her net did something. And then just throughout all the readings, there's different nets for different things. Like
Mhm.
when we're casting stuff, when we're casting out for information, we're casting out for the job, we're casting this, you know.
Right.
bringing things towards us. So what better to think about, like bringing joy, um, attracting joy, attracting health. Tutamo kushima. What else could we attract, Allie?
Oh, compassion,
Mm-hmm.
peace, empathy.
And those are great to start like with self, like in our own
With
hearts.
self and others, yes.
Yeah. And then go out from there.
Mm.
So just seeing us in this, however you want to see yourselves, are we the gathering of the stars? Are we the gathering of the ocean people? Are we the gathering of like the bird tribe?
Mhm.
Just see
Mhm.
yourself gathering in your community, the seen community, the unseen community, your people. あのティアノとばこしてた、やのティアマこしは、ye wa, not wish wa. What kind of net do you weave? Matuka ashtata matutama wa shema yewa. While you think about that, please relax into my net and we will swing you. Matuti paukai. Just relaxing in this net as we rock you. Matui kama shiwai. Tiana ushewa. Tiana i. Pa ushama katetana makoyewa. Yania tutitana mashtita, calling in the energy of the titanoshtita, the one that makes the nectar for us, the honeybee. Manto titanaka shtita. Yatita no shtita. And what does the honeybee weave? They weave this whole beautiful story. Matiyama koshewa. But sometimes, try as they might, maybe the mites come, and they need to find a new home and start over. It happens in nature. It happens for the animals. It happens for the humans. It happens for Mother Nature. Even the stars. What net do we weave? Matoka matiatianako ishewa. Anonano, makotiano koshewa. Sit in our net, tatutanoshtita, as we rock you. Matuki tamashewa. You can dream about what net that you weave. Matu pai tamashe. Manui kaatoma. Ye titanoshtita. And we rock you so your muscles are all relaxed. There's no tension. Makoti tano kashewa. Yanu kashe. Almost feeling drowsy. Kui, tatananaka, shewana. And seeing the net being put down, tuti, gently. Mawa shewa. And they said, we'll leave our net right there so you don't need to move and you can just rest in this moment. Tutiana, covering you up. Anota totakoshewa, so you're not cold. Matia, sleep and dream. Peaceful dream. Patuta.
Well, I was in a hammock, and it was the best place to be because you know how it wraps you in that
Yes.
net? Yes,
Yes.
yes. And, you know, under the stars, between the trees, and I even saw the mites.
Yeah. I love
Yeah,
their play on words. It's
yeah,
so
yeah.
great.
It's wonderful. I felt very
Yeah.
cocooned,
Yeah.
and sometimes we
Cocoon.
have to cocoon ourselves. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
beautiful.
Well, Hypnicity,
Thank you,
thank you for
Tutah.
thinking of us. It's nice to
Yeah,
see you right here at
I
the end.
know.
Yep,
Yeah.
Amanda had the hammock.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yes. Her
I love.
Tuta's
Thank you
voice
for.
is very soothing. You're
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
Absolutely
Tuta
beautiful.
is.
Mm.
But then there's a grandmother Tuta that comes out.
Oh, she does?
she's
She's the boss. Okay.
She's no nonsense.
Um,
Yeah, sleep and dream
yes,
well,
I really do.
everybody.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, we wish you guys all the best.
absolutely,
Yeah,
absolutely. We'll be back on 11/11, and, that's a
11/11.
real, real interesting portal as well. So, yeah,
We'll have some answers by 11/11.
we hopefully will.
Hopefully.
Wouldn't that be nice after all
Yeah.
this torture? Yeah, yeah.
You're right. What about I'm such a big dreamer. 11/11, we'll
Well,
have all the
JJ and
answers.
I we get together on the double dates,
Yeah.
but JJ, of course, has lots of other shows that she does, and so
Yes.
you just
Yep,
check her
I've been
opinion.
taking a little bit of a break.
Have
I
you?
didn't mean
Okay.
to, it just happened.
Understand. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you
Yep.
got together with some friends, and that was nice as well, and so,
Yeah.
that's energizing when
Yeah.
that happens. So,
Rose Blue, the prayer, I think, was the net.
yeah.
Putting ourselves in Tutah's net while they rock us, and we dream about whatever net that we want
Yes,
to weave.
that we want.
Um,
Tuta speaks in metaphoric language and
yeah.
also symbology, and sometimes we have the double word entendre as well, which I love.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
And thank you for bringing the net in. I love it. It's
Yeah.
very nice. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you. If Nessa's still here, we really appreciate it.
Yeah. Ness brought the net. Yeah. There
Yeah.
you go.
All right. Good night,
Bye,
everybody.
everybody. Have a wonderful sleep.